Cory's Bizarre Monster Truck Conspiracy. And I'm like, what? What is that? So I had to, after watching this video, I had to find the original video because it is so stupid, crazy. I don't even know. This is a Cory. I've never heard of this story before. Had you heard it before, Brandon?
Never once.
All right, so let's see how Cory tells his story. He's on a podcast. This is by the Anti-Coryology YouTube channel, by the way. Give him credit. Anti-Coryology.
We went from the first day where I was almost run over by 2 monster trucks, and these people knew. This was actually when we were in Houston. This is when we were in Houston, not for you.
Now, is that Jenny McCarthy that's talking to him there?
It does look like her, doesn't it?
I think it is. It's a Sirius XM show. She doesn't believe this story already.
She
Like, based on the look on her face, she's like, okay, you were almost hit by 2 monsters.
She goes with it.
By the way, is
That is her. That is her, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Is she excited that it's vaccines cause what did she claim?
Autism.
Autism.
Yeah.
That's now back. Like
Is that back in play?
It's back and it's a thing on social media.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, Jenny McCarthy must be excited.
So Cory was almost killed by 2
monster trucks.
From the first day where I was almost run over by 2 monster trucks, and these people knew. This was actually when we were in Houston. This is when we were in Houston, not for you, but when we were in Dallas for you.
Yeah, we were on tour.
Right,
Yeah.
but while we were on tour in Houston, these giant monster trucks. Okay, so basically we were sitting in a lobby of a hotel where we'd been in the town doing our show, and we'd done a charity benefit for the flood that had just happened there.
Hero.
Pause it for a second.
He's really good at telling a linear story.
Can you imagine you're trying to raise money for a flood, the floods in Houston? Which word am I go? Oh, we got to get Cory Feldman in here. What?
Yeah, right.
Why? I mean, I'm doubting that right now.
I think Cory just showed up.
He would have had to have a show there, and then he said, "Oh, by the way, we'll donate 5%," and then he raises like $13, and then says, "Yeah, we're there for a fundraiser." I do not believe he was traveled to Houston for a fundraiser. That's bullshit.
No way.
So we were, it was the whole Houston Strong thing, and we were trying to basically raise money for that. And so while we were there, we did the appearance, the charity show, and the next night we were trying to get some dinner, and we're all sitting around the lobby, and we'd been waiting for an hour in this lobby, and we're in the middle of nowhere. And finally, my wife got frustrated.
In the middle of nowhere, they're in Houston.
Yeah.
Why are they in the middle of nowhere? Can they only afford a hotel that's 50 miles outside
outskirts?
Houston? I mean, I guess that's possible, but I don't know, the middle of nowhere sounds a little much. But anyway.
I'm desperately trying to figure out how is he going to be the only one who was almost hit by 2 monster trucks.
It's a pretty wild story. I was thinking, wow, what an incredible story. Then I realized it's really 2 incredible stories when you hear the full story.
And she's like, "I'm going to get food," and she kind of just storms off.
We were waiting for an Uber for an hour.
Yeah, waiting for an Uber. Uber wouldn't come.
Crazy.
Waiting for a taxi. Taxi wouldn't come. So that means
because you have a low rating, or why? I mean, why wouldn't the taxi come to pick up Cory Feldman? Oh, because probably said Cory Feldman and had his picture.
Well,
He's probably a complete asshole too.
No, it sounds like the monster truck people are conspiring with Uber and the taxi system in Houston. I think that's what he's going to say. I'm pretty sure.
It's the wolf pack, baby.
I got to tell you, nobody's been conspired against more.
I know. No, it's insane.
The world is out to get him.
for a taxi. Taxi wouldn't come. So that means people knew we were there. They knew exactly where we were because we were sitting in the lobby for an hour. So everybody had a read on our location. And for some reason, ironically, no taxi and no Uber would come.
I said ironic.
Which I found very, very odd.
How do you contact all those Uber drivers?
What is he?
That's a lot of people to contact.
And now the whole world knows his location.
Yeah, and that they're going to dinner. No, it's pretty far-fetched. But he's just getting started.
Okay. How confused.
She looks like she's collapsing.
Just cut to Jenny McCarthy. Totally lost.
Very odd. Okay, so that forced us to walk out into the street. We told them,
Wait, what? What? You were forced. They know my location. Let's walk into the middle of a public street.
Well, he's in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody coming, so you'd think it'd be safe, right?
That's logical.
I got to tell you, I'm kind of have a feeling where this is going, and I feel like he's playing right into the monster truck people's hands.
we told them what restaurant we were going to, so they knew exactly the path that we were going to be on. Okay, and as we were crossing that street, 2 giant monster trucks with giant bars of lights on top of the trucks. I mean, and these things were huge, like the kinds you see like in the videos where they're like crashing over cars and stuff. And these two
monster
trucks are
trucks.
coming
We know what
side
they
by
look
side,
like.
parallel with each other as we're walking across the street. And when we left the sidewalk, they were still way far away. But we have 8 of us in a group, and we're all walking across. And as we get to the point where we're at the median, I look over, and I'm like, we've still got room. We're still good. My wife and her girlfriends, or the other girls in the band, I should say, got
pause
to
for
the
a
other
second.
side of the sidewalk.
Isn't that weird that he corrected my wife and her girlfriends too? I mean, my wife and the rest of the girls in the band.
Yeah, the rest of the angels.
A strange thing to feel he needed to correct.
Yeah. Why? Why? What is
I don't know.
the significance of that?
Maybe they're not friends at all.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or it didn't fit the story because he was supposed to be playing for a charity gig there. I don't know. So,
Or
there's something's always up with him.
He needs to circle back to, yeah, he's got a band and they're girls.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
that's
go.
kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The other girls in the band, I should say, got to the other side of the sidewalk safely. By the time they turned around, we were stuck between the 2 last lanes. Me and my security turn on a dime and look at these trucks coming directly at us. And at that moment, they definitely saw us, and we definitely saw them. Like, it's, you know, when you're at that point crossing a street and you look at the driver, and the driver sees you, and they know they need to stop, but they instead of like them
Wait, pause
slamming on.
again. Who knows that? How often do you almost get hit by a car?
I don't try to get hit by a car like him.
No, that's not a common eye contact that you make with a driver that's just about to hit you crossing the street.
How long does it take him to cross the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
His
walks,
wife and her girlfriend, I mean, the other
They're
people in the
long
band managed. They managed to cross the street, but he's slowing. He's gonna get his security hurt.
Guys usually walk faster than girls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is
Although
weird.
it's Cory Feldman, he's got to have his head on a swivel. There's so many people out to get him.
And the monster trucks, it seems like they come out of nowhere.
Instead of like them slamming on their brakes, they both accelerated at the same time. Both of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
scary.
because there's some asshole in the middle of the street. They want him to get moving.
Literally, I was caught between 2 trucks speeding at me at like 80 miles an hour.
Well, I be damned.
Not just any trucks, but these giant things with stuff sticking out on every side. And somehow it was like literally, and I'm not being like, you know, mystical here or anything, but like truthfully, I felt something touch me and move my body
Your security
in
team.
a way that is not human. Because I was able to like go like the Matrix and dodge.
Spirit guide.
Right, took my body and moved me, and like literally
The ghost
got
of
me
Jackson.
out of harm's way. And I don't know how it happened. She expected to turn around and see me splattered all over.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it, Trudy. She was just wishing that you were splattered on the front of the on the monster truck.
Said a prayer. I'm like, you know, either I'm going to see one of 2 things. So I was very grateful. Right. He was okay, yeah.
That must have been the shortest prayer in history. Wouldn't this have happened really fast?
So she's,
I
Yeah.
she's basically agreeing with the story.
Yeah.
Well, she has to.
I know.
I got to tell you, man, she's electric too. The energy coming off
Yeah,
of her. Wow.
She's got too many Xanax, possibly.
God, she is a human Xanax.
So I was very grateful. Right. He was okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I
Right.
basically
And Cory,
dropped to
when you
my
said-
knees after that and said, "What
I don't blame you.
the hell just happened?"
Was he still in the middle of the street when he dropped to his knees to thank the Lord?
And then my whole, you know how they say your life flashes before you? Like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say
right?
that.
But instead of it happening like right before it happened right after. So
Oh.
it was like in the moment I was in the zone. I dodged the trucks and then I jumped. Okay, like train dodge, dig it. You know, from Stand By Me.
Right,
Except
right.
this
No.
was much more real. So
Reality sets in as to what happens.
right,
You know
and so
what I mean?
and
But
so
I do
all of a
wanna
sudden
ask
it
you,
came
who's
flooding
the-
to me. But-
Yeah, who's the they, Cory? When you said they knew we were sitting there for an hour.
Good
Well, meaning
question.
The people at the hotel or whoever they might have been talking to. So, meaning like
Okay.
people knew where we were. It wasn't like,
Got
you know, we're just randomly crossing a street and just randomly 2 cars drove by. It was like, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's no traffic. There's nobody around. And we're sitting in this lobby
And they're
for an
being
hour.
hunted by
So
monster
it would have been
trucks.
very easy for somebody to call somebody else and go, hey, I've got Cory Feldman and his crew sitting right here. What do you want us to do?
Get the
about
monster
it?
trucks ready.
What is he talking about? So he really thinks that people are out to kill him.
The Wolf Pack is so well funded they can afford monster trucks.
Which, by the way, great way to kill somebody if you want to take somebody out. Two really loud, recognizable, probably one-of-a-kind monster trucks.
No witnesses are going to remember
Yeah,
that.
after he'd been hanging around in a public area for an hour so more people see him, and then you're going to run him over?
But you think
It's ludicrous.
the crazy part of the story is the conspiracy between the hotel, watching him in the lobby, calling all the Ubers, don't pick up Corey Feldman, and then calling the monster truck people say, they're going to dinner, they're crossing the street.
Why not just hit him with the Uber?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
get an Uber Black
I
and
guess
get
the
a
monster trucks-
Yukon and run him over.
The monster trucks would guarantee his death, I guess. But, I mean, that's the ridiculous thing you think until the Matrix things happens. There's two ridiculous things in that story in one story. Shouldn't he just have one?
No. He always lays it on way too thick.
I love I was like the Matrix dodging a monster
Oh,
truck.
my
Two
God.
monster trucks.
That has to be the
clown.
biggest whopper I've ever heard out of him.
Yeah, well, I think the Michael Jackson Whopper still. It's hard to beat that one.
Yeah.
Which whopper?
That he denied help from Michael Jackson to make What's Wrong with the Youth.
Oh, the number one song that Michael Jackson was going to take to Tommy Mottola.
Yeah, and he told him no.
Yeah, because he has to do it on his own.
That's a pretty big whopper.
That's a pretty big whopper.
This is more
but
believable.
He knows Michael
Hunted,
Jackson. We know that he's spoken to Michael Jackson at
Right.
least.
Yeah, but he would never turn that down.
But being hunted by
No.
monster trucks,
That's way more believable.
Wait, Michael Jackson would never turn that down? Oh, he'd never turn down the offer
The
from Michael
offer
Jackson.
from Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, he does make himself be stupidly heroic in that story. And then 3 years later, Howard Stern ruins the song.
That's right.
Because that was 3 years later when he was on Howard Stern.
How
Doesn't
do we-
really tell us the timeline. I mean, he doesn't tell us directly when he tells the story, but we learn later that because he says, Howard Stern destroyed the song that Michael Jackson said was going to be number one, which that story, by the way, he just told again. I'm not kidding.
no, really?
When the Howard Stern thing came up, that Howard Stern was going to be canceled, he dragged himself into that story.
Oh my God.
He did, because he said, "Oh yeah, I'm another person who was a drug addict that Howard, dangerously tried to fuck with."
Yeah, he compared himself to Dana Plato.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that's
dead.
right. That's what it was.
He made the Dana Plato story about him.
He did. Yes,
Wow.
he did. Yeah, and it was not even close. He absolutely 100% went all in on it.
Oh my God.
Said, yeah, basically the same thing almost happened to me.
Oh my God.
Because I was also recently sober, and I went in to do this song that Michael Jackson insisted would be a number one song.
Yeah.
And then I performed on the show, and Howard destroyed it. Club Howie destroyed the song. The song could never be a hit after that. Even though there was no YouTube at the time. I mean, seriously, think about how few people heard that song.
I think Howard must be part of the Wolf Pack.
Could be.
But if that song was so great, why did we never hear it again? Wouldn't
Well,
it
we've heard
persist
it
no
again.
matter what? How could it be ruined?
Howard ruined it. Howard ruined it. There's the post, by the way. Do you have the post, Brandon? Was that what you? Okay. Can you read that?
Yeah, it's all in caps because his caps
yelling.
lock button is stuck.
And he's yelling.
Got hacked.
So somebody posted, hey, remembering Dana Plato and how Howard Stern helped drive her to the grave. And he reposted it saying, thank you for posting all this. I concur. I am one of those recovering addicts Stern kicked in the head at 19 years old by lambasting my recovery efforts, spreading doubt about my sobriety and telling me I could perform my first single live on his show with a song Michael Jackson told could be a number one hit. It destroyed my credibility in the music industry before it even got started by forcing me to perform in a set-up mockery skit. I was completely unaware of it until it happened. What's up with the youth? Thanks, Howard. You made my struggle so much harder, but luckily I lived to tell my story. Many others weren't so lucky. Hashtag RIP Dana Plato.
R.I.P. Dana Plato. R.I.P. Wow. He's so sad for Dana Plato.
Drew, just read the first 2 pages of that story I just handed you. It's from the LA Times when he had his big screening.
Oh,
of his
okay.
doc. There's more celebrities that were there.
It was supposed to be Corey Feldman's big night. For years. His big night.
what a great opening
revealing
line.
the pedophiles that took advantage of him.
Wow, he spent $300,000 on this documentary, right? Isn't that how much it was?
We raised $700,000.
7, okay, so yeah.
For years, he cryptically alluded to the Hollywood players who he allegedly had sexually abused him and his best friend, fellow actor Corey Haim, when the two were boys. Now, 10 years after Haim's death, Feldman was ready to publicly call out the alleged predators in a documentary called My Truth, The Rape of Two Corys. Oh, it was on different pages. That was kind of awkward. My Truth, The Rape of Two Corys. The film, Feldman said, had been rejected by traditional theatrical distributors.
Yeah, because they knew nobody would go see that. Not because they're protecting the cabal of pedophiles in Hollywood.
Well, not to mention, there are legal issues involved in calling people out like that.
Right.
So he decided to release it in unconventional fashion, setting up a website where the film would be available for streaming to anyone who paid $20 on Monday evening. At the same time, the 48-year-old would host an industry premiere on behalf of the documentary at the Directors Guild of America's headquarters in Los Angeles. But at 8 p.m. Monday, when the film was supposed to begin streaming online, paying customers were met with an error message. Realizing the website was down, Feldman decided to halt the screening at the DGA after 10 minutes until the technical issues were resolved.
Why?
Why? But they never were. No, there's no reason to stop the
Why
screening.
are you punishing the people there to watch the screening, which I would assume you would have a hard copy and you're not streaming it off your own website?
No, of course not.
And the other question is, the customers who were met with the error message, do you think they got their $20 back?
No, they didn't.
Oh my God, no.
No.
Interesting.
But why the hell would you halt those people have gone to the trouble of
know.
driving or getting a limo to the premiere? They're dressed up, they're on a date, whatever they are. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to refund the $20 for everybody online.
I'd love to say this is all a big act, but it's not. It's real, Feldman told the crowd inside the theater where he and his team stood on stage frantically trying to figure out how to proceed. Just turn the movie on!
Yeah, and I'm sure they realized that, oh, yeah, it's real because you don't know how to run a website with stream a movie live.
And by the way, he's such a great stage person.
Oh, yeah.
Everything goes wrong in
There's a
all
little
of his
clip
shows.
of him on stage trying to be a weasel. It's really funny.
Yeah,
In
but
the
he doesn't know how to do anything on stage.
No,
No.
he's
It never
terrible.
works.
In the projection room, one of the film's producers was on the phone with the digital provider trying to figure out why the film wasn't streaming. But you've got the projector! Feldman asked his
Why is
producer...
it why is it the projectionist's job?
my
Oh, you
God.
said he's one of the producers, right?
Listen to this. Feldman asked his producer to amplify the phone call through a loudspeaker so the audience could hear the technicians describe how the servers had been attacked numerous times by hackers!
Which is bullshit.
Please be patient, a message read on the film's website. The hackers are trying to prevent the stream from airing. This program will begin momentarily. We appreciate your patience and support.
The Hackers. He should do a new documentary on My Truth, The Hackers, and out the hackers and who did this.
As he mulled his options, the room began to grow restless, and Rosanna Arquette, who was seated alongside the likes of Patricia Richardson,
What?
Dave Navarro was
What?
there.
Navarro?
Why is Dave Navarro there?
Did
That's
he just
weird.
walk in off the street?
Chris Kattan?
Chris Kattan
There ain't
was
nothing
there.
else going
What
on.
a random collection. And Jamie Kennedy.
So that he could say, that didn't work out that great.
Should we call Chris Kattan and ask him about this?
Oh, yeah.
We could call Jamie Kennedy. That would be better.
His number two.
Jamie
Yeah, well,
Kennedy?
I mean, we've
we have
interviewed him.
Jamie's number, don't we?
I'm looking for it. I know I have Kattan's.
We've rando called Jamie Kennedy, but I think Chris Kattan would
Yeah.
not be cool because he
What?
wasn't even cool with the interview. I
It's kind
didn't
of
think.
snippy.
Yeah, he doesn't remember that.
Maybe not.
I have 2 numbers for Kennedy and 1 for Kattan.
Urged him to move forward with the screening. Rosanna Arquette says, "We got to do it," Feldman said. "I want you all to back me when I get sued." Wait, why would you
Why?
get sued for continuing the film you were going to play anyway?
God, could you imagine showing up to a premiere of a movie and then the guy goes, "By the way, you're all going to back me when I get sued for this, right?"
No, that's insane.
No,
that's
I'll just
completely
leave
nuts.
now.
And why would you not get sued if there hadn't been the hacking, quote unquote, where you stopped the projector?
Wait, yeah. Well, how about I join your class action and sue the hackers?
This is so stupid. Well, the online screening was ultimately canceled. The one at the DGA did continue. Early Tuesday morning, Feldman was already apologizing for the failed online event, pointing fingers in an all-caps update on Twitter. "I give you my personal guarantee that everyone will get to see the film, even if I have to burn DVDs and send them to each of you. Nothing will keep My Truth doc from coming out. This is insane.
Oh.
Please pray for us."
Pray for him. I really hope somebody held his feet to the fire and had him burn DVDs and send them out.
No, I think it actually started streaming.
Oh, it did.
It did,
Damn.
because that's when he's online and
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
telling people, you might pick it up in the middle, but when it runs to the end, it will then run again. So
Oh, my
then you
God.
could just
what?
start it from the beginning.
That's a fun way to watch a documentary.